What's up, YouTubers and Pokemon fans? Welcome back to the Pokemaster Slayer YouTube channel. And today, I have a very competitive deck. This deck is meant for competitive use, and it is very good. It has won many leagues for me, and yeah, let's get into the video. Alrighty, set that back over there. And this deck is it's a golduck Greninja deck, Greninja break deck. I'm gonna show you how it works. So yeah. Alright. Of course, if we're gonna have a golduck deck, we run 3 copies of Psyduck. This is supposed to be 3 copies of the Stampede one, but I didn't have the Stampede one. Not the Sun and Moon one, because the Sun and Moon one has 2 retreat costs. But you can use any Psyduck you want. I just like using the one with the less retreat costs. But I couldn't find my other 2 versions of this, so I just stuck in these. And yeah, run 3 copies of those to evolve into 3 copies of golduck. And what this golduck does, for 1 of any energy, you can use, for 1 colorless energy, you scratch for 20 damage. And then the main attack we're going to be using is for 1 water energy, the double jet. Does 60 times. Discard up to 2 water energy cards from your hand. This attack does 60 more damage for each water energy you discard. So it could do 120, and I'm going to show you how we could just spam 120 every single turn. But in this deck, we could do a lot more than just 120 per turn because of the Greninja. And yeah, and it has free retreat because we like that retreat. And then we run just 3 copies of Froakie. Does not matter which copy you run. You can run Bubble. And we run 3 copies of Greninja with has stage 2, 130 HP. That's really easy to knock out these days unless you evolve into the break. For 1 colorless energy, Shadow Stitching. Shadow Stitching does 40 damage until the end of your opponent's next turn. Each Pokemon your opponent has in play in his or her hand has no abilities even in the discard pile. This includes that turn. Okay, this includes cards that come into play on that turn. And then for 1 water energy, Moonlight Slash does 60 plus. You may return a water energy from this Pokemon to your hand. If you do that, you do 80 damage instead of 60. It just increases your attack by 20. So that can always help. And it has free retreat. You like that free retreat. Like to be ninjas. And then we run 3 copies of Greninja Break. And it has 170 HP. And its ability is Giant Water Shuriken. Once during your turn, you may discard a water energy card from your hand. If you do, you may basically snipe your opponent's Pokemon. And by snipe, I mean you can put 60 damage on them. So basically, you're just shooting them, and then, yeah. You just shoot them with your sniper rifle. And also, this could help you get the knockouts with your Golduck. It's like you could Water Shuriken twice, and then use Golduck's attack, and that's 120, 240 damage, and that knocks out Golisopod, Zoroark, Buzzwole, the new Zygarde that's going to be coming out soon, Zygarde GX, and yeah. And then the last Pokemon we run 2 Staryu from Breakpoint with the free retreat. The free retreat's very important in this deck. And then we run 2 copies of the Evolution Starmie with the Space Beacon ability, to where you could discard a card from your hand and you basically get 2 basic energies back. Any basic energies, but we only have water energies in this deck. And this is how we constantly keep using the double jet and Giant Water Shuriken. And yeah, that's all the Pokemon. On to supporters. We run 4 copies of Cynthia, because we want all that shuffle power. We don't want to be constantly discarding stuff. And we run 3 copies of Professor Sycamore, because you know what? Sometimes you just have to sacrifice things just to get some things you want. So yeah, 3 copies of Professor Sycamore. Run 2 copies of Bridget, to where we could search out all of our basic Pokemon. And yeah. And then we run 2 copies of Skyla, to where we can search our deck out for any trainer card we want. Skyla is very good for whenever it comes to certain things, so you can just be prepared for your next turn or your following turn that you're on. Yeah. yeah. Alright, on to items. Run 4 copies of Ultra Ball, so we can search our deck out for Pokemon. Run 4 copies of Rare Candy, so we can evolve into our Greninjas. And then we run 2 copies of Field Blower to get rid of those annoying Garbodors, Stadiums that we don't like and play. And yeah. Then we run 2 copies of Palpat to get back our supporters. And this helps out a lot. So we could replay those certain supporters. And yeah. Run 2 copies of Rescue Stretcher to get back our Pokemon. And it says choose one. Put 1 Pokemon from your discard pile back into your hand, or you could choose up to 3. Normally, sometimes you're going to be just putting 1 back in. But if you have an entire Greninja line die, then you're definitely going to be playing shuffle 3 back into your discard pile. From your discard pile back into your hand. And yeah. Then we run 2 copies of Escape Board. I know this is a proxy, but Escape Board, what it does, I couldn't find my other one, so yeah. I have to look through thousands of cards, but basically, the retreat cost of your Pokemon is 1 less, and you can even retreat while you're asleep or paralyzed. That is so good because you don't want to get stuck. And paralyzed and asleep is starting to come back, so I want to be able to at least retreat out of that. And everything has 1 retreat cost or less, so this is very overpowered in this deck. And then I run 2 copies of Energy Recycler to where you can shuffle back 5 basic energies back into your deck, and this helps set up with those double jets, water shurikens, everything. And yes, just 2 copies. And then this is a weird inclusion, but it works. Timer Ball. Flip 2 coins for each head. Search your deck for evolution Pokemon. Reveal it and put it into your hand, and then shuffle your deck afterwards. This helps me get those Greninjas, Golducks, Starmies out. And if you get flip both heads, that is so good. It's just overpowered. And this card is like, it's okay, but it's only good if you know how to flip heads. If you're bad at flipping heads, you can still risk it for the biscuit. But yeah, 1 Timer Ball. And then energy count, we run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 basic water energies. And yeah, guys, that's the deck profile of Golduck and Greninja. And tell me what y'all like about it down in the comments below. And this is the Pokemaster Slayer signing off. Oh wait, no. Tell me what y'all would like me to do in the near future. And now, this is Pokemaster Slayer signing off. Bye bye.